Welcome everyone to the early access video to update 48 in Bloons TD6. And guys, first off, huge thank you to Ninja Kiwi for giving us early access and allowing us to show you guys some of the new stuff happening in the latest update. And before we begin, I just want to get the small things out of the way. I know that everyone's excited about the Spike Paragon, so we're going to be doing a full playthrough of the Spike Paragon, but I want to get the small things out of the way first. So let me just show you guys what is new with Rogue Legends. A lot of changes happening in like this update, so there are a lot of things to go through. Alright, so right out of the get-go, you guys are noticing a new icon on the menu, which is called the XP shop, and this gives you permanent upgrades for your Rogue Legends campaigns. The currency they're calling is Rogue XP, or I guess marshmallows, and you earn these by just beating a single tile. This is not tied to you like winning an entire campaign. It's just you clear a tile and then you get some XP, so that's really nice. And so the things you can buy are this: starting lives, get 10% of base starting lives added to total starting lives. You can scale this up to 20, you can upgrade it 20 times. Boost reroll discount, so 1% discount for each upgrade. It goes up to 20 times, so it's a 20% discount at the end. So for example, one boost reroll would cost $300 and this number would go down to $240. That's really nice. And these next two are really cool. Up to tier 3 discount, so reduces the cost of tier 3 or below monkey upgrades by 0.5%. It goes up to 20, so 10% discount in total. And the same thing goes for tiers 4 and 5. This is amazing. You can make your heroes level up faster by 1%, upgrades up to 20 times. Extra starting cash, get 2.5% of base starting cash added to total starting cash. Rare merchant, I'm actually kind of confused how both of these guys work, because increases the chance of rare artifacts at the merchant by 10%, but you can upgrade this 10 times. This goes for the legendary, by the way. Look at this one. Increases the chance of legendary artifacts at the merchant by 10%, but you can upgrade it 10 times in total. So if you max this out, does that mean that you're guaranteed to get like a rare and a legendary and the merchant at all times? That's crazy actually. Extra starting tokens, you can start your campaign with a bunch of extra tokens, I guess. Minigame goals. The minigame goals are reduced by 1%, so making the minigames a little bit easier. This goes for the mini boss as well. Final boss health, what a great one. It reduces the final boss health by 1% and you can upgrade this 10 times. Max party size. Now the total amount of monkeys that you can have in your party in Rogue Legends is 10. You can increase this number to 15. Really nice. This might be one of the more OP ones, which is increasing the starting artifact power by 3, and you can upgrade this 3 times. So essentially this means that you're starting with 9, right, but you can go up to 18, so you can bring like, let's say, 2 legendary artifacts with you, or just like a couple of small ones. This one's a really good one. And then legendary tiles, increase the number of legendary tiles per stage by 1, essentially guaranteeing yourself a legendary artifact. These next ones are monkey knowledge points, which you guys have already seen. We already have a BT6, so wing monkey, master double cross, recurring ranks, emergency unlock, cross the streams, and then door gunner. And let's actually just jump into a campaign really quickly. We're not going to be playing a campaign in this video. I just wanted to open up a couple of shops for you guys and just show you the new Bloon encounters actually. So as you guys are looking at the map, you might be noticing some new things going on, and that is brand new Bloon encounters. So for example, this one right here, this is a heart. So this Bloon encounter is going to make all Bloons be regrow. This one, the 45 one, is going to fortify every Bloon that can be fortified. This one, the pink one, I've not seen this one yet, but I would assume it's going to just make everyone go super fast, because pinks are usually fast. This one right here, the 3 red Bloons, I think it just spawns Bloons more densely, and then there is this other one which just adds a lot more Bloons per encounter. Now, one of the things you guys might have noticed is stage 1 out of 4. Yup, they reduced the total amount of stages to beat this whole thing by 1. It used to be 5, now it goes down to 4, so that's really nice. Although, I want to say that they increased the number of total encounters, I think, as you're walking along. So, not sure how that's going to play out together, but let me just open up this shop. So, I want to show you guys some of these new artifacts. You guys have seen corrosive torpedoes, you know, enchanted rebuttal, but do you know about Hawk's Eye? All monkeys have 5% more range, projectiles last 10% longer, and shot spread reduced to 0. That's a new one. Follow me seems to be the same, slip on the peel seems to be the same, but look at this one, first class support precision. So this is essentially one of those boosts, right, that you get, but you can now get it as an artifact, which makes support monkeys deal 16% more damage, have 10% reduced shot spread. Dream Team's one of the better artifacts in the game. Now this has been getting a little bit of a rework, so numbers changed a little bit, and then placement cooldown reduced by 1 round. If you've not seen this one, controlling spelling used to affect only magic monkeys and now affects heroes. Yeah, a bunch of these artifacts, a bunch of the minigames have been reworked, so I expect this to be very, very fun now, the way way they've been reworking Rogue Legends. Alright, so we took our time with Rogue Legends, but let's go into the new Adora skin. There is a 4th Adora skin incoming, and guys, look at this thing. Wow, that's glorious, huh? So we have a brand new Adora skin called She-Ra, I think this is pronounced, and we are gonna try this thing right now along with the Spike Paragon. Alright, so in order to get the new Adora skin, you need to get this She-Ra Prestige Pack. So it includes a lot of things. So you get the new, if you don't have Adora unlocked, they're gonna unlock Adora for you. You get the new skin, you get these new powers which are called Sword of Protection. This is a new power that they just put in the game. You get a banner, an avatar, and then a bunch of insta monkeys. So as usual, if you guys want to support the channel and you're planning on getting yourself this new Adora skin, please don't forget to use my creator code EthanReed in the Bloons store. Alright, now let's go into the quests. We have 2 new quests for this update. The first one is called Projectile Go Round, and so monkey projectiles are randomly switched with the projectiles of any other place monkey. This sounds really fun. Plus projectiles last longer and will bounce off the edge of the map. So this one is definitely gonna be a fun one. We're playing on muddy puddles though on ABR, so should be a fun one. And then the other one is She-Ra to the rescue. Scoop is gone, who can save him? And this is basically just a couple of free of this new Sword of Protection power, so that you guys can demo them out if you wanted to. And finally, let's jump into your game with the Adora skin with the Spike Factory Paragon into the brand new map called Spa Pits. And you guys might recognize Spa Pits because, well, this is a rework of an older BTD map called Tar Pits. Alright, actually this looks really cool. I've never seen a map with 5 exits so far. Look at this thing. You can see by the road spikes. This is the first one, right? We don't have a map with 5 exits. I mean, I guess Bloody Puddles if you count it, but yeah. Let's place Adora, place the new skin, and just see how she attacks, how her attack looks like. We're gonna be doing the transformed versions of Adora as well, and we're gonna be testing the Spike Paragon. We also have a bunch of these new powers. This new power is called Sword of Protection. Summon She-Ra's sword to strike at Bloons with incredible power. We have 35 of these. Yeah, we're gonna try them out for sure. Okay, so let's use the level 3 ability first off, see how this thing looks like. It turns the projectile yellow. It's pinkish, the default one, and this one, when you use the ability, turns into a yellowish kind of projectile. Let's place the Spike Factory like this, and then let me just click on the Paragon. So look at this thing. Mega Massive Munitions Factory, or Mega Massive MF for short. So this thing costs $800,000, and I think with the tier 5s, this is pretty close to the most expensive Paragons in the game. I mean, currently the most expensive one is the Goliath at 900,000. So if we're following the numbers, this should be either the strongest or the second strongest Paragon in BT6. So very, very high expectations for this new Spike Paragon. We've not had a super strong Paragon in the game for a very long time. I mean, we were just kind of mainly playing off of the Goliath. And so just having a little bit of, you know, diversity when it comes to this is gonna be super nice. Now it's round 49 and I want to try something new. So there's this new power in BT6, right, which is this sword, and I wanted to use it because this, oh, look at this thing. Now that's a very cool animation. Let's use it when the ceramics appear. Let's go like this. Oh, that's very cool actually. So what does the sword do? Oh, you just leave it on screen, I guess. And it acts a little bit as the level 10 ability, like the ball of light, and it just snipes everyone. How long does this thing last on screen for? Can I interact with it? It doesn't seem like it. Can I buff it? I don't think so. I don't think this is buffable, but yeah, it looks really cool. Alright, so let's pay attention to how many rounds this thing lasts on screen for. So this is, we placed it around 49, it's around 50, still lasting, and I can't even see. Okay, so it's like 1 round. Wait, it didn't actually even last through the entirety of 50, so I'm guessing this is time-based, if I had to guess, right? Yeah, probably, right? So it seems like it's really strong, but it doesn't last a long time, which means that we should probably be testing it versus these higher rounds, more difficult rounds. So let me just keep placing a couple of farms, because this Spike Paragon, this one is gonna require you to have like a full farming roster, it seems like. Okay, so let's test the new Ball of Light versus round 63. Oh, look at this thing. It's not even like a ball, it's like, I don't know, just like a flash of light with the same type of cosmetic style with the new power, the Sword of Protection, was it called, I think? Also, I know that this is not the time to mention it, but I think there's a new hidden achievement in BT6, guys. So what's the total amount? Was it like 12? Because I think when you go back to the menu, let me actually show you guys. We're not gonna lose any progress. Let's go to the menu for a second. So if you go at hidden achievements, I think it's at 013. But it used to be 12, right? Because the total amount of achievements is 151 now. This used to be 150, right? Yeah, there might be a new hidden achievement for us to figure out, but there's also an Easter egg on this map, apparently, which we're told not to show, but the thing is, I don't even know what it is. like, do you have any idea what the secret or the Easter egg could be on this map? I mean, I'm gonna try the VTSG in this specific game, but I don't know what it could be. Alright guys, let's finally buy the VTSG VTSG, and let's check out the new Adora transformation when she's under the VTSG. Alright, that looks really cool. Wait a minute, is that all? Oh no, there we go. There's a secret one. Oh my god, look at this one. Is this the coolest one out of all of them? Reminds me of this little monkey that runs through on the cabin with the face mask, which is, I guess, inspired by one of these horror movies, right? Or maybe there's some lore behind the Masters of the Universe, because I'm not exactly following that. Let's actually check out the level 10 ability, the Ball of Light. Let's see how this thing looks like. Kind of an orange reddish light. Oh yeah, definitely. By the way, let's sell the VTG because we don't need it. It's gonna interfere with a Spike Factory Paragon, so let's just sell it. We do get to keep Adora though. Yeah, so this is how the new skin looks like. Wait a minute, does the sword change if I have Adora transformed? No, it doesn't. Let's just kind of see how strong the sword is by itself, by the way, because this is free play and the Bloons are a little bit stronger now, so we can get to actually see how good this thing is. Yes, this thing seems to be burning everything. I mean, it does well versus mob class Bloons, I guess, but it also just seems to be melting ceramics, and it is time-based, I'm pretty sure. So if it goes to 86, then we'll know for a fact that it is, yeah, definitely, it's time-based. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's sell a bunch of our farms because we're no longer gonna need them. We're gonna go over the 800k mark, and then we're gonna see how long this Paragon by itself is gonna survive. So here it is, guys. Mega massive munitions factory for 800,000. The second most expensive Paragon in BT6, but I don't know how this thing is gonna work in terms of power. So let's finally buy this guy. We can put a little bit of cash in it, by the way, but we're just gonna do a degree 1 for this video because I want to do a different video where we're gonna get a degree 100. We're gonna see how strong it is, but let's finally buy it, and there he goes. Alright, that looks really cool, by the way. It looks like a mortar a little bit. So what is this guy releasing? We're gonna need to wait for a second for these previous projectiles to disappear. Oh, but look at the track, actually. It has like these spikes all around it. So these spikes on the ground remind me of the thorns to the Druid of the Jungle, and this is like the always spike that they're kind of teasing us with. So basically, you get real perma spikes with this Paragon. This is like actual permanent spikes that appear on the ground. Alright, so that's a perma spike component. I can see these like mines, which are, I guess, the super mines component. So one of these guys is gonna walk in. Some small explosions happening. Alright, not as glorious as the super mines, I guess, but they should be really powerful, right? Alright, so around 95 incoming, and one of the things that we can see, like, first off, is that because these are camel-lets, we know that these spikes on the ground can pop camel-let, so that's really good. Well, I guess they could pop camel, but like they have let popping properties, so that's nice. But one of the things with these mines actually that get dropped, like these super mines, right, is that these guys are not permanent. So look at this thing, some of them explode when a round ends, and that means that they are time-based. Alright, so we have the first bat. Let's just kind of see how much damage this thing does with the normal spikes. So it seems to be about 100 and something, 130 damage per second, I guess. Keep in mind, this is like just a degree 1, so not, not expecting the always spikes, I guess, to do that much damage. And then let's finally test off some of the abilities. So I assume that this first ability, the bluish one, is going to be kind of a carpet of spikes type of an ability. So let's use it and let's see what it does. Oh, wait a minute. What is happening? I mean, this thing is pulsing a little bit, and this is like, can we see some effects, some I don't know, some tooltip explaining what's happening? Not really. Alright, and the Spike Factory is not producing anything at this point, and you cannot use the ability. The ability is not even going on cooldown. Okay, I have no idea what just happened. So is this like an overclock ability or something like that? I genuinely don't understand. Let me just, you know what, let me just fast forward and use this thing again. So what is this thing? Like, it's throwing things very fast. It threw like 3 mines really fast or what? There seems to be a round limit, by the way, in this ability. So I'm using it now once. I'm gonna use it oh wait, you cannot use it the second time. So is it like once per round, or what's happening with this ability? Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, so let's wait for this one to end. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's use it again. That was one use on 109, and then 110 is still on the field. And yeah, look at this thing. So we have one more ability to check out, and let's see what this other one does. So let's click it, and we launch some, and we keep launching some. Oh, we're launching some mines all over the screen. Look at this thing. All right, and these mines just keep going. This thing just keeps launching them like a mortar all over the screen. And are they gonna detonate themselves after a certain amount of time, or are they just gonna be left on screen? Okay, they don't seem to be detonating by themselves so far. I'm just gonna use the ability again, and I would assume that these things like must have a cooldown, right? Because if they don't, like, you can just toll around, so you can just stack up. Oh my god. Okay, I know what it does now. All right. Okay, so look at this thing. So we have the ability ready again, and I guess if a balloon like bumps into one of these traps, it's gonna trigger the trap. But if you click the ability again, then you're gonna manually detonate everyone. And I'm just kind of questioning, where do you want to be placing the spike factory? Like, is this a tower that you want to have at the end of the screen or what? Oh, look at this thing, by the way. We're gonna lay a bunch of mines, and I think that, oh my god, look at this thing. Yeah, they're so good. Like, once you have these landmines, look at what's happening. All right, so we're gonna be laying down a couple more mines around 159. So I guess we don't have a lot of oh my god, that was the entire bad layer. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, these mines, this is the OG ability for this specific Paragon. This thing is just owning bad balloons by itself. But when the ability is down, the Paragon is gonna need a little bit of help, and that's why I guess you still want to have it towards the end of the track, I guess. Is this the one? 166? We don't have any landmines, and the ability is still on cooldown. Some very, very fast balloons incoming. If we can survive, we can make it until the ability comes off. I think we are gonna beat this one. Oh, we're starting to leak a little bit, actually. You guys see that? That was very fast, but hopefully the mines can hold off. No, this is about it. All right, so that seems to be the end of this one. It was only a degree 1, by the way. I mean, if we retry this, we're gonna lay off a couple of mines because I guess we kind of hit a continue there, but it's gonna prolong, I guess, the lifetime of this degree 1 for a couple of rounds for sure. But yeah, this thing is just like super strong for a degree 1 Paragon. I cannot wait to try this thing out in an actual game. So I guess we're gonna end the video off here. That's it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you all very soon in update 48.